It's about the restoration of our republic. We want to educate, encourage, enable the power. We stand for integrity, honesty, self-reliance, self-defense, and most importantly, no compromise on our foundational principles. This is America's Voice Now.
Find America's Voice Now on Facebook and at americasvoicenow.org. Here's Michael Evans.
Good morning, America. You're listening to America's Voice Now. My name is Michael Evans. I'll be your host this morning. Got a couple of issues we're going to run over today, but we're going to start with the veterans and the truckers who are going to go take D.C. by storm. I got to tell you, it's about time somebody grabbed the bull by the horns. And I applaud our vets, and I applaud our truckers, and I applaud our American patriots who are going to support their efforts over the course of this weekend. For the record, today is a no money, no expenditure, shop none, spend none, do none from now until Monday. So the object is put the country under a siege of commerce and traffic and transportation. If you're going to drive a vehicle, please put the call sign up on your vehicle, the Twitter sign, the hashtag, which is the pound sign, T2 SDA. Now, at least show support, right? I mean, I get it. If you know you can't close your business or whatever, put a sign up on your door that says pound T2 SDA. Put it on your vehicle. Put it up in your front yard. Let's make sure that we're letting our veterans and our truckers know that we're supporting their efforts to send a message to Washington. I get it. I mean, I've seen a couple of comments on some of the YouTube videos I've done about this. You know, some idiots like, that's not going to make a difference. Well, nobody's expecting, 3,000 trucks driving around D.C. to collapse the government, you idiot. What we are expecting is that Americans are going to participate and cooperate with us to make sure that we are sending a message to them that we are actually in control. Financially, economically, this is our nation. And if we want to shut them down in D.C., we can do that. And we can do that by locking down commerce. Because the beast survives and lives and thrives on what? Money. Nothing more. Nothing less. That's what the beast eats. Money. Your money, and my money. That's what the beast eats. That's all it eats. Everything else is marketing and BS. So, let's stop feeding the beast. And the best way to accomplish that is to make sure that we are appropriately starving the animal out. So today is Support Your Truckers Day. Today is an opportunity to support our veterans who are, for all intents and purposes, going down there this weekend. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. Our second section or segment this morning is going to be on the First Amendment and the press, who is now crying betrayal from the Obama administration. Well, there's two sides to this, and I'm going to get into both of them during this segment. One is, I in some cases, in some respects, I have zero sympathy for the press, because this is the same press that assisted in getting this traitor-in-chief into office. And now they're crying foul because he's after them. Hey, guess what? There is no honor among thieves. So, if you expected Obama was going to be your best boy when he got in there and pay you back for all the lies and the charlatanism that you used when you were trying to get him into office, now the payback comes. Unfortunately, we Americans are going to pay the price for your inability to have any kind of journalistic integrity. That's for the mainstream media. For the independent media, the new Patriot media that happens to be running the United States right now with information that all Americans need, which the mainstream Ministry of Propaganda still won't tell us about, even though Obama's all over you guys like hobos on ham sandwiches. The problem is that they're trying to shut us down. And the truth is that his efforts to control the leaks are actually silencing and chilling free speech. And that's what we're going to talk about. I'm going to beat up on the media, the Ministry of Propaganda, who helped get this piece of garbage into office. And then we're going to talk about why this is a problem, because the overflow is it affects the honest, true journalists out there who are actually doing their job and aren't worried about what their boss says or what the White House says about them, or aren't willing to sell their journalistic integrity out for access to the White House. Our third segment, another whining group, the NSA. Veterans in the NSA are saying, it's not fair. It's not fair. Obama's not treating us fairly. Hey, guess what? Couldn't care a rat's rear end less. He's lying about us. He's not backing us up. Hey, guess what? We couldn't really care less. You betrayed us. You sold us down the river, NSA. I mean, here's my take on this. You, NSA, expected the traitor-in-chief to back you? He used you to get to us. You can be angry all you want, but you swore an oath. And you, NSA, CIA, FBI, you are singularly guilty of violating that oath yourself. Regardless of what Bush or Obama told you to do, you had an obligation based on your oath to this nation and to us to dissuade them, to show them the error of their ways, to stand on your constitutional principles, and if all else came to it, to blow the whistle and refuse to participate, to show them your honor and your integrity and your commitment to your oath. But no, you, NSA, CIA, FBI, EPA, you chose to betray the very people and the nation that you swore an oath to protect and defend from all threats, foreign and domestic. Emphasis on domestic. Now you're falling prey to the dragon who you supported, who you followed. Let me tell you something. Traitors get no sympathy from their victims. Our fourth segment, how the Tea Party has been betrayed by the GOP. Those of you in 2010 who rallied hard and actually made a difference and got a whole segment of 45 members in the House who created that bloc that is now fighting for our rights, fighting to reduce the debt, fighting to stop Obama's open march over our Constitution. Those of you who later on backed off and jumped into the GOP because you either got afraid or you got compromised, I've got no sympathy for you. You should have stood your ground. And the truth of the matter is that you can smell it and taste it and feel it. America is sick and tired of the GOP and the Democrats. We're tired of a duopoly system where we're played and bounced around like a ping pong ball or a tennis ball, back and forth between the Republicans and the Democrats and the Republicans. And guess what? They're both betraying us. And you GOP and you Tea Party people who merged yourselves into the GOP thinking you could fix it from the inside, that was your mistake. There is no fixing it. Don't you get it? The third party is the solution to the United States of America's problems. A third party who will hold the other two parties accountable. How? Just like the judiciary is supposed to hold the legislative and the executive accountable. Just like the legislative is supposed to hold the judiciary and the executive accountable. Just like the executive is supposed to hold what? The judiciary and the legislative accountable. But no, you took a principle that our founders gave us and you rejected that to join the GOP. And now the GOP is turned on you. The GOP is turning on and assailing Tea Partiers on the shutdown. Well, let me tell you, you're fools because you allowed them to play you. You allowed them to encourage you and bring you into the fold of the GOP when you knew what you stood for in the first place. But you forgot the courage of your convictions. So here's a chance to redeem yourself. Get out of the GOP. Stop trying to change the party from the inside. Give up on it. And let's put a position in place, a group in place who says we're prepared to run this country when these duopoly systems have failed. And they are obviously failing. All right, we're going to get into our first segment. I know, I'm pretty smoking today. Today is the truckers' rally. Today, I want you to go to a couple of different places. One, you can go to the Facebook page, Truckers Ride for the Constitution. That's facebook.com/Ride for the Constitution. The second place you can go, where you can get updates all day on what's going on and all this weekend, is ridefortheconstitution.com. Ridefortheconstitution.com. This is the website that they have, and as soon as you land on it, as soon as you open the page up, there's a radio program that plays, which is the Guerrilla Media Network, and basically you can catch updates all day and all night long on this thing, on this website. They'll be posting stuff up on the website as to what's happening and what is being accomplished. I want you, America, to support this group. I want you to support the veterans who are going to march on Sunday. The veterans are going on a vet march, and I want you to go to this website too. If you don't have your pen and paper out, that's your fault. Get it now. Vetmarch.com. Vetmarch.com. On Sunday, they're going to be holding a rally at the World War II Memorial. And we need to be able to make sure that we're supporting these people because the simple truth is, and by the way, at the bottom of the page, there is other rally locations around the nation. So if you go to the bottom or you go down to where there's a map, it says Stand Up for Our Vets. It shows you where these are being held, and there's a button for you to click there that'll take you to other rally locations around the nation if you can't make it if you can't make D.C. So my point is, here's a couple of things you ought to know. And they've got rallies in almost every one of the 50 states. So if you're going to be in Missouri, as an example, you can go to the Missouri, because that's where I'm from, of course. You can go to the Missouri Korean War Memorial, and I believe, I'm not sure where that's located at. It's in Kansas City. So the point is this. Our veterans are being played by this administration. We know that. We've seen it. They're insulting. Obama last night signed the plan that allows the families of dead servicemen to receive the emergency funding that we're supposed to pay to service people or their families when they are killed in combat. The administration and the president knew about this weeks ago. They knew it was going to happen. They took no action. They won't tell us when they knew. We had to have an independent company stand up, and the Fisher House and Mr. Fisher, and by the way, what an awesome organization that is. You can go to fisherhouse.org and contribute to them. They stepped up and said, since you guys have dropped the ball, we'll cover it until you guys get your act together and pass whatever budgets you're all going to do, and we'll cover these families. because these immediate death benefits are paid to the families. I think it's like $15,000 or something like that. And the purpose of it is so that they can get on a plane and fly to pick up their family's remains. Where's Chuck Hagel? What a piece of garbage. Guy's been in office as the SecDef for 7 months. And this is the first time he's ever showed up at the homecoming of dead soldiers who died for this country. He's got to go. Hagel is an empty suit. He's always been an empty suit. I told you that when they were trying to get him approved as SecDef. I told you then that was what was going to happen. And it's exactly come to pass. So my point is this. The president and Congress, and especially the Democrats, they are laughing while our soldiers' families are bereft and in tears and can't figure out how they're going to even get their son or their daughter home for burial. They're getting paid. You know, if this president had an ounce of balls, he would have stood up and said, you know what? There's only been 4 or 5 of them that where this has occurred since the whole shutdown. If this president had any balls, and yes, I said balls, you know what? He would have said, you know what? I'm going to pay it out of my pocket. The guy's a multimillionaire directly as a result of being president. And he could have easily said, you know what? $15,000 times 5, I can handle that with my eyes closed. But no. You know why? Because the man is a scumbag and he hates America. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the truth. Everything else is marketing. The truckers are driving on D.C. You can get to their website. There's 2 different sites I'm going to give you. Facebook.com, Ride for the Constitution. By the way, this site was only started a month or 2 ago. It's got 153,000 likes. And there are there are comments that are going on, you know, update, traffic behind the truckers is backed up for miles in D.C. So here's the point, folks. These truckers are actually standing there saying, we're going to take an action because nobody else seems to have the cojones, the brass to do it. So we're going to step up to the plate and do the right thing. We're going to show this government what our demands are, and they do have a list of demands that they're going to issue. And among them is that, you know, we've got to start dealing properly with the issue of fuel cost for them. But also the fact that they've got to stop trading us out, betraying us, selling us down the river. That's the truth. That's what they're doing. So, and there's a live stream that you can get to off of their website, which is ridefortheconstitution.com. And there's a radio program there that's run by Pete Santilli. It's the Guerrilla Media Network. You can simply just log onto the website and it'll automatically start to play. But there is an update on their Facebook page that says that was posted up about 45 minutes ago, and it says traffic behind the truckers is backed up for miles. It's all over the news media. Get it if you can. Support this. And how are you going to support it? Well, first of all, you can simply put the pound T2, T like Tango, 2, the number 2, S like Sierra, D like Delta, A like Alpha, T2SDA, anywhere on your car, on a sign, on a poster, on your house, on your business. Put it up on your billboard. Put it up on, put it anywhere you can. Show support. The second thing you can do is spend no money. Today, I told you yesterday, go to the store on Thursday and buy everything that you need so you can get through the weekend. Don't spend any money. We're trying to send a message to Congress that says we can shut commerce down in this country. We, the citizenry, we can make an impact. And this weekend, we're going to show them a sample of that. No, I don't expect it to change the world. No, I don't expect Congress to capitulate and turn themselves in and quit and resign. I do expect that at some point somebody is going to be able to sit back down with a pen and paper and say, hey, guess what? Over the course of the weekend, the difference in tax revenues that was paid as a result of commerce was this. We can make an impact, ladies and gentlemen, and this is the first shot across the bow to doing that. So we're asking you to help and support us. Don't spend any money. Don't go anywhere if you can avoid it. Stay home. Stay home and relax. Climb between the sheets with your wife or your husband and have a good weekend. Watch TV, watch something wise and intelligent. Jump on your YouTube and watch some videos from America's Voice Now. Call a family member you haven't spoken to in a while. Chew the fat, have some fun, go have a beer with a buddy, but don't go anywhere and don't spend any money. You can spend all you want on Monday. It's not going to hurt you to hold commerce back for one weekend, okay? That's what we're asking you to do. And on Sunday, the veterans are going down to the World War II Memorial. So you can also put the other thing that you can do is you can spread the word on that. Go to vetmarch.com, vetmarch.com. There's going to be a whole group of speakers there who will be talking. There's a guy by the name of Michael Dennis Lynch. He's a filmmaker and an entrepreneur. Colonel Robert Manis, the Louisiana candidate for U.S. Senate. Congressman Steve Stockman from the House of Representatives. And so he's from the Congressional District of Texas, 36th. So anyway, my point is there's going to be a whole bunch of speakers there, and it's going to be a memorial at the memorial, and it's going to be, vets standing up to say we've had enough. And what you people in Washington are doing is not in the best interest of America. If you want to sit on the couch and eat potato chips, I don't know what to say. You're not helping us. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the First Amendment betrayal of all of America by the press. And now they're whining and belly aching and crying and saying, this isn't fair. It's chilling our free speech. Well, guess what? You should have thought of that before you sycophantic, journalistic integrity lacking liars helped put this piece of garbage in office. What were you thinking? He was going to give you some sort of special benefit or bonus for doing that? Shameful. You're listening to America's Voice Now. You can catch us by going to the web at americasvoicenow.org. You can also find us by going to our Facebook page. Please do that and like it. You can like the Facebook page by going to facebook.com/America's Voice Now. Then we post every video that we do up on YouTube. Please enjoy them. Share them with your friends. Watch 1, watch 2, watch 3. You can jump on there and find them at youtube.com/America's Voice Now. That's youtube.com/America's Voice Now. That's our channel there. We post up 4 videos every day, 4 segments from the radio program. We want you to pay attention and learn and educate yourself about what's going on. We'll be back in just a moment. Stick with us.